Welcome to the studio. This is the one that we've been waiting on for so long. This is the Elegoo Centauri Carbon 2, Elegoo's flagship multicolor Core XY 3D printer. Alright, now let's take a closer look at the specs. Filament size, 1.75mm. Build volume, 256 by 256 by 256mm. Multicolor, 4-color canvas. Nozzle temp, 350C. Nozzle size, 0.4mm multi-alloy. Bed temp, 110C. Bed leveling, 121 point auto. Print speed, 500 millimeters per second. Recommended 250 millimeters per second. Camera, AI camera. Runout sensor, of course. Clog detection, yes. Connectivity, USB-A and Wi-Fi. Interface, 5-inch color touchscreen. Slicer compatibility, Elegoo Slicer, Orca, and Cura. What's different between the original Centauri Carbon and the Centauri Carbon 2? The original Centauri Carbon has a 320C hot end. The Centauri Carbon 2 has a 350C hot end. The original had a 4.3-inch color touchscreen. The Centauri Carbon 2 has a 5-inch color touchscreen. The original Centauri Carbon has a camera suitable for time lapses. The Centauri Carbon 2 is an AI detection camera. The primary difference between the original Centauri Carbon and the Centauri Carbon 2 is the multicolor canvas system. It supports up to 4 colors and supports RFID spools. First, we'll clean this build plate. I'm using isopropyl alcohol, but soap and water works just as good. Now we'll apply Vision Miner nanopolymer adhesive. More information in the description. This is a high-end engineering-grade adhesive designed for advanced filaments, but it works very well with PLA and PETG. And just a few seconds to dry, and there's no more warping or parts coming loose from the bed. Let's start a default print and see how this machine runs. The canvas multicolor implementation on the interface is simple and easy to use. The machine heats up fast, and the cooling fans aren't very loud. The removable cover is nice for accessing the toolhead and allowing heat to escape for temperature-sensitive filaments. With a hot end of 350C, this machine is fully capable of printing PLA, PETG, ABS, ASA, nylon, polycarbonate, and more. As expected, the default print with Elegoo filament came out perfect. Now, before we continue, they're trying to ban 3D printing, and the future of our industry relies upon you listening to this message. Hey, I want to jump in the middle of this video and talk about something really important. There is some legislation that's kind of in process right now that would affect makers around the world. And not just 3D printers, but it also affects people who do subtractive manufacturing. people with lathes, with CNC machines, with lasers. And that is that there is some legislation that is going to require 3D printer manufacturers, laser manufacturers, CNC machine manufacturers to include a blueprint blocking type system. Basically, it's a blacklist that would be required to be installed on these new machines that prevents them from printing firearm or firearm related components. And it is a very intrusive bill that I want you to think about this for a moment. Everything that you slice or everything that you print has to be checked against a government blacklist. So that means all of the things that you prototype, if this bill passes, would have to be scanned and checked against a government blacklist before you can print or before you can use your computer-controlled lathe or CNC machine or laser. This is serious stuff. I'm gonna have some information linked in the description below, but specifically I have a playlist and I called it the War on 3D Printing. And this is legit and this is real and this affects everyone. I want you to go and watch that playlist. Watch those 4 videos in that series. Reach out to your legislators, contact them, and share your stories about how 3D printing, about creativity, about making, about your small business. Let them know how important this is. All right, back to the video. On average, every filament swap is 1 minute and 30 seconds. I'm noticing consistent under extrusion with the default PLA profiles for Elegoo filament and Elegoo slicer. The temperature setting is definitely too low. Overall, the machine feels solid, print quality is great, user experience is good. This feels like a worthy upgrade to the original Centauri Carbon. My double helical gear is almost finished. Alright, now let's take a closer look at that gear. Not bad, but I look forward to spending more time with this machine. Make sure you're subscribed. In the next video, we're covering high temp filaments and TPU. Thank you, Elegoo, for supporting our creativity and sending over this machine. All the links are in the description below. This is what I did with my original Centauri Carbon. Comment below and tell me what I should do with the Centauri Carbon 2. What a cool machine. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one. Oh, and YouTube, it wants you to go watch this video, and YouTube doesn't lie. It's a good video. Go watch it. I know, because I made it.